Hey guys, it's Taya and welcome back to my channel. Now I was going to do a vlog, but actually this past weekend I've been sick. If you follow me on Instagram, then you will know that because I posted an update saying that my videos might be a bit late. So if I were to make a vlog, it would have been a very boring one. The only things I've been doing is like lying on the couch, lying in my bed, lying by the fireplace. It has not been very exciting, but luckily today I'm feeling a lot better than I was on the weekend, so I decided to film a video and hopefully it's up on time. Now the main thing that I wanted to talk about was my new job and how that is going, and specifically stuttering wise, because one of the things I was super nervous about getting a new job was the stuttering and my anxiety and stuff. If you have a stutter or any type of anxiety, then you will know that being thrown into a new situation is so scary. And I was just nervous about like making a good impression and showing them that I can be a good employee even though I have a stutter and stuff. And I kind of wanted to prove that to myself. When I was at my old job, I had been working there for almost like 9 months, and I was just getting into the flow of things and I was just getting comfortable, and my stutter wasn't acting up as much as it was at the beginning. And I was just really nervous to go through all of that again, and I wasn't sure how my stuttering would go, whether it would be bad or what. So I wanted to talk about that, how my first week went, and yeah. I also threw a poll up on Instagram. If you don't follow me on there, then you totally should, because I upload on there quite often. But I asked you to ask me questions about work, so I'll be answering those in this video as well. Let's get into the recap of my first week. Now my first week was just a training week, and it was very overwhelming because I had to go and meet everybody who works there and meet all the kids. So it was a lot of introducing myself. And introducing myself, for some reason, it is one of the scariest things. I have trouble saying my name, and I've heard that that's a common thing with people who have a stutter, that they have a tough time saying their own name. So I would find that I would always say Taya or Taya, and I never got any weird looks or anything, which I'm thankful about, but it was like I wanted to make a good impression, right? So just introducing myself as Taya was a little bit embarrassing, and I'm sure that like right away they knew like, oh, okay, this girl has a stutter, which I'm fine with. Like I get more comfortable when people know that I have a stutter. So yeah, that part was okay. It definitely could have been worse, but you know, it was still a little embarrassing. And the next part is I stuttered on the town that I'm from when I was introducing myself and stuff. A few of the people were asking where I was from because I am working at a different town now. So I stuttered on that, and again it was a little embarrassing, but what I find, which is super interesting to me, is that I always stutter on the things that I can't change, and like my name or the town that I'm from. And I find that this makes total sense because there's so much more pressure on you because you can't change the word if you think it's a tough one for you to say. So I think that that's why we stutter on things that we can't change, because there's more pressure on us. So yeah, besides that, it was okay. It was definitely a stressful week, and I was definitely on the quieter side, and I was acting very reserved, and I find that, I guess that's how everybody is at a new job, but I'm hoping that eventually, as I get into the flow of their routines, that I'll know what to do and feel more comfortable and not feel as reserved and stuff. I think that the scariest part is having people realize that you have a stutter, because then immediately you stand out and people might talk about it, which is okay because I know it's something new and people might not interact with people who stutter a lot. But yeah, I just don't like to be the center of attention, and I don't like standing out. So having people realize that is a little bit scary, but I'm sure that eventually, once that becomes a normal thing and they realize, oh, okay, he has a stutter and that's not a big deal, then I think it'll be okay. It'll just take a little bit of time to do so. So next, let me go through the questions that you guys asked on Instagram. Somebody asked, is there a career that you want to look into or a different job? So if you don't know, I'm currently in ECE and I'm working at a daycare. Now, this isn't a job that I want to work my entire life. It is definitely a stressful job, and I don't think I'd be able to do it long term. I think it stresses me out a lot. I do enjoy it because I like working with the kids, but it is a stressful one, and whenever I talk about work, it makes my stutter worse because, and you can already tell, because it's just a stressful time. So my dream job is to do this for a living, but if that doesn't work out, then I think maybe I will go into being a speech therapy assistant or being a teacher, which being a teacher, would that be a more stressful job or less? I don't know. But that's, I think, maybe what I'd want to do. Or maybe I would open a business, because that would be fun, I think. I don't know, but I know that this is not what I want to do for my entire life. Somebody is asking, do I still get a lot of speech blocks? Now, if you don't know what a block is, it's basically when you get entirely stuck on a sound and there's no sound coming out at all. So an example would be like, and then you like get stuck and you can't say it. Now, that actually hasn't happened in a while. I would say the last time it's happened was 2 weeks ago. Now, blocks before were such a common thing for me, but now I think it's getting a lot better and I'm not getting as many blocks, which is good. I think I've just been more relaxed, which if you watched my last video, then you would know about that and my techniques and stuff. Somebody is asking, do you think that there is a best career path for somebody with a stutter? So something that wouldn't involve a lot of speaking. Now, this is a tough one because you don't want to entirely base your career choice off of the stutter, because then you're giving into the fears and the anxiety of the stutter, and you're not actually doing what you really want to do. I've given it a lot of thought in the past, because back in the day when my stutter was a lot worse, I was thinking, is there a career that would work with a stutter where I wouldn't have to talk? But every single career that I thought of, there is at least a little bit of speaking. And I guess that comes with everything. I would say if you want a career where you don't have to talk a lot, it would have to be one that's on a computer or that's involved in the internet, because then you wouldn't have to talk a lot. I guess you would be in front of a screen for most of the time, but you also want to make sure that you're choosing a career or a job that you enjoy. And one that is you and that is not the stutter. Because for me at least, I feel like there are two different personalities. There is the anxiety personality and there's me. So I have to choose what's best for me and then work around the anxiety, because I can't let the anxiety control me, because otherwise you won't actually be happy. Somebody is asking, do I usually disclose that I have a stutter when I'm working with new co-workers? And I don't. The thing is that I find it, that's definitely a tough one, because I would have to be comfortable enough to bring it up. But then again, my stutter causes me to not be comfortable. So it's like if somebody is very welcoming to me or very friendly, then maybe I'll talk about the fact that I have a stutter. And if they realized it already, because sometimes it can be very obvious that I have a stutter depending on my stress and anxiety in the moment. But otherwise, if I don't see it as a big issue in the moment, then I won't bring it up. But if I know that they realized it, and if I know that they aren't a judgmental person and that they are a friendly and welcoming person, then I will talk about it. But most of the time I don't. So yeah, the thing is, I don't know which is the better way to go about it. I've done it, like, I find that with the coworkers where I have talked about it, that I then become more comfortable around them, because I don't have to worry about stuttering and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. So thank you guys all for the questions. If I didn't get to answer yours, I will hopefully be doing a Q&A in the future soon, and I will ask you some more questions on Instagram. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you have any thoughts or comments, then make sure to leave those in the comments below. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.